morning, I know.
First wake up, dude.
I know it's not. So I'm like,
Especially because you know you still got a bunch of stuff you got to do.
right? Well, I'm
At
great
some
keeper.
point.
I have so much work to do.
All right, recording this live.
Okay. So let me just pour this beer and I'll set it in front of me. I'll let it sit for a minute. Hold on. The only thing that might help me do this is that it's a sour. It's down here yet?
No, he's not.
Should we just go? It's already 11 after.
We'll just go and invite him once he joins.
That's fine. Okay.
Probably sleeping.
5, 4, 3, 2. Good day, Gamers Pub listeners. Welcome to episode 181 of the Gamers Pub. I'm back. Been gone for a minute, but this is the sounds of Guije that you're hearing. Welcome. Thank you very much for downloading and being part of our show. As always, Steve519.
What's up, Gui?
Hey,
Happy
buddy.
to be back, dude. Happy to get the schedules working again. You missed the show. You went to some football games and you had a fun time and yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, a friend of mine offered me some tickets for the football game, and I was to take my son and his buddy, and I can't pass that up when that comes around, you know.
No, especially because you guys do a big thing with the party before the game.
Yeah,
the parking lot
tailgatation. Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't do the tailgate thing though. Tailgate's not necessarily it's not necessarily for the little kids. You know, there's a lot of craziness that happens, a lot of unruly craziness that happens, and some spots are kind of cool. Like we went a little bit early to go see some of the festivities that kids can participate in, but for the most part, like the long tailgating that happens is pretty much for big kids. So, but yeah, that's it. Gamers Pub. Tell them about the show, Steve.
If you're new to the show, thanks a lot for checking us out and joining us. We're a show that focuses on the three kind of things that we also enjoy in life. It's good games, great beer, and some amazing friends. So, you know, we hope you like those things. We hope you can stick around and become a part over here over at the Gamers Pub. And if you're a long-time listener, thanks again for joining us. We do this each and every week on Sunday mornings. Sunday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. You can find us. We're going to be live tweeting the show, and
Which
you can
is
actually
not our traditional time. Let's just state that out there because you know the pub aspect, the great beer aspect, Steve, inclines that we do partake, examine, and explore different types of beers. And at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning makes it a little bit difficult.
It does. It really kind of does. And I don't really mind it so much. I don't always drink a beer in the mornings, especially at 7 in the morning.
Well, you know what? This gives us an excuse to drink a beer.
Yeah, it can give us an excuse to drink a beer if we choose to partake in that. But at the same time, it's nice because it gives me a chance to throw the show up and get the show live for the podcast downloaders out there, and get it out to them really early before the football games even start. A lot of the times,
it's also kind of cool
it works
too.
Super nice for me.
I think it's also kind of cool because you kind of check yourself because you realize that you do have things that you still need to do through the day. So we're not
because a lot of times when we do those late shows, I mean I don't put a show up because. First off, I'm already 3 beers into it a lot of the times, and I'm not in the mindset of let me get to work. I'm like, okay, I want to relax and take it easy now.
This is going to be a great show this week. I mean, we have a lot to talk about. We have tons of reviews to do today. We have some older games, some newer games, and we got a game that is coming out just this week. So it's going to be a pretty action-packed show.
Yeah. That it will be.
And Dom's usually here with us, but we don't know where he is. I think he's stuck in the toilet.
Yeah, that was my guess. He was in the chat earlier, back when Tony was talking in the chat, and he was there. He didn't say anything, but he popped in there, and then he's just MIA since. My guess is he's just dropping one hell of a shit.
Yeah, and then David's going to be strolling in the pub. David's going to be strolling in the pub in just a little bit.
Yeah.
So while they're doing their thing, let's go ahead and start our show off like we always do. We're talking about the fine beers and brews that we're drinking. Did you actually open one up?
No.
Okay, so
I'm drinking a caramel latte. I can't tell you about a couple beers though that I've recently tried.
I did open one up. So go ahead and I'll just let this settle for a little bit more. Go ahead and talk.
All right. So you know what? Let me just. I got two. I want to hit up real quick.
Or you could just open one up.
One of them is. Oh no, I already talked about that one. Never mind. Okay, this one I do want to hit up. Dark. I can't open this up because I've never seen this before, other than in the bar kind of
the Americans
right next to me.
Such like.
No, it's from Almanac Beer Company. It is their dark pumpkin sour. Comes in at 7%. It is a dark sour, dude. And what's nice, because this one is a pumpkin, I'm not a huge pumpkin fan, is the darkness of it kind of hides the pumpkin a little bit, and the sourness. I don't know, the sourness overpowers the pumpkin. Normally I'd expect a more of a sour kind of start to it, and then the pumpkin-y kind of aftertaste on something like a sour pumpkin. But this was, I don't know, dude. It was different, and it was so good. It was good stuff. So if you see Almanac's Dark Sour Pumpkin, pick that up for sure.
Beautiful. So actually, I guess I'll sip mine. Whatever. I'll be the one to drink it.
Dom will drink too when he joins. David might too. David doesn't care.
Not bad in the morning. So what I'm drinking is a Telltale Tart by Boulevard Brewing Company out of Missouri. This is an American-style wild ale, 6.2 alcohol by volume, so not too bad. It's definitely drinkable. You can get it all year round. It is, of course, with the name Telltale Tart, it is a little bit of a sour wild ale. You do get kind of a little cherry sweetness up front, some mid-level sweetness, with a slight tardiness at the end. It's not the most sour beer that I've ever had. It's definitely on the lighter sour side, but it's pretty solid. I would drink it again, for sure. I would actually tell a friend to buy it if you've never had it. So I would give it a definite Gamers Pub thumbs up. It's pretty good.
Nice, dude. You check into it over on Untappd?
I didn't check into it on Untappd yet. I don't have my phone around me, so when I get a chance, I'll go ahead and do that. So since Dom's not here, I'm going to keep moving. Every week at the Gamers Pub, guys, we take the time to honor someone that has either done something amazing, contributed to the lifestyle that we live, which is good friends, good drinking, good beer, and or was able to do something in the lines of video games, art, creativity, something that kind of encompasses what we believe here at the Gamers Pub. Unfortunately, this week, the person that we're toasting to them because of their heroic acts in the face of something horrific, and that's the Umpqua Community College shooting that we're talking about this week, which was just absolute tragedy, and it's a shame that it's becoming more and more of regularity in our schools here in the U.S. But we're toasting to Chris Mintz.
Do you know how much of a regularity it happens? Like over once a week, dude.
Yeah.
Or just it's fucking nuts. It is absolutely nuts, and it's what's even crazier is we just keep hoping that it'll stop.
I think that it's a mental health discussion. It's not so much a gun control discussion, because if we're looking at gun control, there's really no good way to kind of settle that unless you abolish all guns, but that's not going to happen with the American people.
I think there's still some more checks that could be done.
We could do some harsher regulations, I think, for sure.
And more of a nationwide kind of thing rather than going state to state with different rules. I think there should be like a nationwide background check, and things like domestic violence would tie into that and red flag you. Things like mental health, like right. This doctor said this about this person. There should be a way for them to flag them, like, hey, maybe this guy should not be having a gun.
Sure, there should be multiple criteria in which it says you shouldn't have guns. There could be multiple criteria in how you should, where you should keep your guns, store your guns, how you should handle your guns. What if you even had, like you said, along the lines of a multi-state criteria? What if it was a multi-state concealed carry as well? So it was just regulated all across the board.
I would have no problems with a nationwide concealed carry thing. That's put the right checks and balances in there. Go for it. I think with the proper regulation and the proper checks and balances into a system like this, and you know what? Fine, you want to be so awesome that you can carry this in every state. Okay, this is gonna be a thorough ass fucking background check. Yeah. And you pass it. Good for you.
Well, I think with having so many different laws into effect per so many states, the laws then kind of become muddled. So
it does, and it gets confusing, dude. It really gets confusing.
Just make it a national law, simplify it, and it is what it is. But unfortunately, let's not take away from who we're talking about this week, Steve. And when we're focusing on Chris Mintz, who's a 30-year-old college student, served in the armed forces. During the time of the shooting, he tried to stop the shooter. He was shot 5 times while trying to protect others from the gunman. While the doctors did say he's going to live, he was hit in both of his legs, his stomach, his back, and in the hand.
How the fuck do you get shot so many times?
You can see that.
That's 6 damn times, so holy crap.
Listen, let's be grateful that no bullets hit any of his vital organs. He's going to have 2 rods in his legs, and he's going to be in a wheelchair for a long, long time. But we're not the only people kind of supporting him and giving him his props today. The people have rallied behind him as an American hero. And as of right now, as we speak, his GoFundMe page, set up by family and friends, has reached over $712,000 from his asking of only $10,000 to cover medical expenses. So, good for you, Chris. And, here's a Gamers Pub toast to you. We thank you for having the courage to step up and, treat others with the kindness and respect that you'd like them to treat your child. Because if I believe right, Steve, it was his son's birthday that day as well.
That day or the day after, something like that. Yeah.
Which is crazy, right? So
it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's a super fortunate event and something you wish that never had happened. But sometimes, when really bad things happen to other people, really step up and they kind of show who they are. So that's you. He probably did save some lives in there. So
for sure. So good for him, man. Thank you very much, Chris.
Why the fuck would a hospital even charge him for that shit? Seriously, are you fucking retarded? Yeah, How stupid are you? Hey, I know you saved all these people, but you owe us some money now.
Well, universal health.
Whatever. Kidding me, dude?
I know. That's funny. That's funny that you brought. Do we have any? Do we get any drunk texts or emails from our listeners this week?
SpongeBobbies was telling us thank you for the mentions about him.
The mansion? You got him a mansion?
Yeah. Well, he got a plug on the show. So he was kind of happy for that. We've actually already had some people live tweeting today's show or retweeting.
I want to ask you something.
What's up?
Can I ask you something? Where do you know you have this kind of crazy little bit of accent, and I always wonder where it comes from because I know you know how to pronounce words, but
Yeah.
like I know you meant mention, but you said mansion, and it happens often on the show. Did you have ever spoken another language, or I mean?
No, I don't know. Partly, I think part of me is still half asleep right now, which doesn't help. I'm drinking up some coffee, but we don't really get accents up in Washington that much. But
Yeah,
my
that's what
brother,
I'm
my
wondering.
brother had a speech impediment, and
Okay,
and I was one of the only people that understood him my entire life.
maybe
So
that's why that could be
I can
contributing.
pick that
Why?
up a little bit. I probably picked up a little him when I was in the Marine Corps. My roommate and one of my best friends, he was from North Carolina, and every once in a while I would start absorbing some of his kind of twang
Yeah.
that he would throw into it. Now my wife's Mexican, and
So
I
your language is all fucked
a
up.
little bit of I can see it in certain words. I'll pick up a little bit of certain things, and
Okay, so I
so
just figured, I mean, because I know what you meant, and I always crack on you sometimes when you do that. But I
yeah.
started thinking about it the other day. I'm like, yeah, I wonder if there's a reason, That's just the analyst in me from what I do for a living.
Yeah, no, I
You
never
never
really,
know.
I never really think about anything like that, but I notice it with myself sometimes, and
Yeah.
I don't know why, but yeah, it's probably because I pick up a little bit from you know whoever I'm interacting with at all times,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
All right. See, so I'm not making fun of you. I was just busting
No.
your chops. That's all.
Hey, you know what? Welcome, David.
Yeah. Yo. Hey guys, it's really good to be here. Thank you
David,
very
unmute your
much.
mic. There you go.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Welcome,
Well,
David.
Sorry. Thanks.
Dave, what's up, brother?
Yeah, nothing much. Just trying to wake up. It's pretty early where I'm at, so for a Sunday.
You still? Well, I'm having a beer.
Are
What?
you drinking today on the pub, David?
No, it's only 7:30 right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
having
just
coffee.
assumed of all people that when you came on, you would be drinking. You'd be like, yeah, I'm drinking this 10 barrel, blah blah blah, and then be
Yeah,
like, David, I just told you don't drink that crap, and you're
that's
like,
pretty
I
good.
picked it
That's
up
pretty.
anyways, and
Well, welcome to the show, David. It's always a pleasure to have you on. It's good to hear from you, friend. Right now, Dave, we're about to talk about the new releases that are coming across all consoles this week. Up first, we have Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection, which seems to be getting positive reviews across
how
the
can it
board.
not get positive reviews? Oh my, it's all the Uncharted minus the Vita one, right? They didn't include the Vita one in there.
No, they didn't.
They should have.
They
They
should have. I
really
think.
should have.
Well, they thought about it. I think they were thinking about doing it.
The touchscreen aspects on the Vita, anyways, is stupid as hell. They should just included it and found a way
Yeah,
to
but you
port
know
that.
what? But it's also like the dumbass motion controls in the first one, like when crossing the log.
Yeah, but
They got rid of that though. They got rid of that.
Oh, is there no motion control in the thingy?
Nope, nope.
Oh,
It's just they got rid of that bullshit,
well, they
and
could
they
have just zoned. Yeah, they could have just. Yeah.
and they cleaned up the graphics, which everybody says it looks really, really good. Like you can see an Uncharted 1 that it is dated, but they said it still looks great all the
I
way
think
up to.
when this goes on sale, I'm gonna get my brother to buy this.
Yeah.
He just got his PlayStation 4, so he still has a bunch of games on his list to play. Like already, with the new, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit later on, but the new PS Plus games are coming out next week as
Yep.
well. He's already got a decent catalog of games already on
Well,
his
is he on your
console.
share with you, or?
Yeah. He is on a little mini share with me.
Well, so then if he can access all your old PSN games, holy shit.
No, he's not gonna be able to access those ones. No,
Oh.
no. But him and I have a little thing going.
Yeah, I
So I picked some things up with him, but this is something he never played any of the Uncharted's because he never had a PlayStation prior to this. So
Yeah.
this is something that when it's on sale, I'm like, hey, you need to
I mean,
go buy this
I think that
because is there any reason not to play the Uncharted's?
no.
You have, right?
Yeah,
So
I think if you've
you're
never,
if you're on PlayStations and if you haven't had it before, you got to go pick this up. And I think if you've had it before, you can rethink it. But it's such a good game and they were such a fun experience. I don't have huge problems picking this up at
David,
all.
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
I have Uncharted 1 and 2. I'm not a fan of that kind of jumping around type of game.
Okay,
I'm,
like House of
I'm
Pain,
what?
like the House of Pain, jump around.
Oh, okay.
Jump
Yeah.
around.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna pass on that. I mean, plus I don't think I have time right now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you know, I agree with the one point you said, David, about not having any time. I mean, my backlog is so heavy, but I absolutely have to agree with Steve when you see that.
Well, this is something
you've never-
like going for like
It's Halo.
Carlos or
Like
them.
the Halo-
Does he would he even remember some of the first Uncharted type of things, dude?
Well, yeah, and that's why.
Now he'd be old enough to play it himself.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
I mean,
it was such a good experience.
I'm going to pick this up, but it's definitely not going to be a week one purchase. I'll get it, like you said, when it comes on sale. Our backlog is so heavy and strong right now that we wouldn't have time to get
I think
to it.
my backlog really helps me just wait on games. Now it's just getting so nasty. I was like, I can wait for this. I can wait for this. I can wait.
But like I
for
said,
this.
if you've never played the series, and if you're a brand new Xbox fan moving over to the PlayStation, this is like the equivalent of the Halo series on the Xbox.
It is, but only. Well, how are they adding any of the multiplayer? Or is it
Yeah,
only single player?
no, it has a multiplayer component to it as well.
It does. Okay, so they are
Yeah.
including that. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know necessarily how they're doing it. Maybe they're just going with Uncharted 3's multiplayer, but just bundling all the maps. I don't know how they're doing it.
I need to see some screenshots. I want to see how it compares to the old versions of the games, like graphic wise.
Yeah, I have it. It's
I
great.
wonder how much they've polished it up.
Well, they went over.
It was a
and
beautiful game, though.
They added new textures.
Back in the day.
They added all brand new textures
Really?
and lighting effects. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Because it was already pretty damn beautiful.
Yeah. We also have Dragon Age Inquisition coming out across the consoles, and this is the Game of the Year edition. I haven't picked this up. You picked this up, right, Steve?
I haven't even played any of it.
Oh, jeez.
The first one. I'm not gonna pick up the Game of the Year edition.
Well, why don't you wait?
I have no reason. Well, if you pick this up, I might be able to join.
Yeah. Just wait on that because I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale because I know that I'll be able to get the regular edition and GameFly
or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it does. So, and I heard
I thought you wanted to do the co-op.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
And didn't it get like Game of the Year last year?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I know a couple. I think IGN voted it their Game of the Year last year in 2014.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. The next game that we want to mention is something that actually I'm super duper interested in. The 12-year-old boy in me is just screaming for joy, and that's Transformers Devastation. This is a single player story mission game. It's third-person perspective. It takes place in the 80s cartoon Transformers universe, but from all the screenshots and videos that I've seen thus far, this thing looks exactly like the cartoon that you grew up loving. I mean, the inner fanboy in me is just screaming, like, oh my god! Like, when I was little, I would tell my friends, man, could you imagine playing a game that looks like this? And it's here. So I'm definitely interested. And it's also, it's by the guys that made, what's the third-person shooter that we really like, Steve? Is it Vanguard? What's the one game that we really liked?
I don't. Not 100% sure who. Oh, are you? You're talking about that Xbox one?
Yeah.
No, that was a Capcom game, wasn't it? Wasn't that made by Capcom? I think it might have been.
Platinum Games. Platinum Games are the guys who are making it.
Okay, maybe Capcom published it then for them.
I think Capcom. It was either Capcom or Konami that did publish it, but Platform Games. Those are the Space Station or Space Channel 5. They made Beautiful Joe. They made there were some of the
Vanquish,
guys that made
that's the one
Akame.
you're talking about, right?
Vanquish. Vanquish.
Yeah. Okay, so the publisher was Sega, but they've also worked with Konami, Nintendo, Activision.
They also the guys behind Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, so they know how to.
Star Fox Zero.
They really know how to make a third-person action, beat 'em up. So this definitely has me interested, and then the price point is kind of nice. I think it's $49.99. So,
Oh, they're making Star Fox Zero. That's what they're making.
Yeah.
They haven't made it. They're making it.
I mean, like I said, I'm definitely interested. Once again, I just don't have time for it right now, and because it's a single-player game, we can hold out. We can wait till it drops, right?
I can wait for everything to drop, except for Star Wars. And Fallout. Oh my god.
There is a game though, Steve, that you won't wait to drop because it's one of our free games this week, and that's Super Meat Boy for the PS4.
Yeah, I won't be waiting for a drop. I'll just be waiting to play it because I'm in no rush to go play it. I enjoyed Super Meat Boy. I played it before on the PC, the PC version of it, and it was fun, dude. It's a real cool game. It's kind of gory and all this stuff, but I'm not gonna be in any rush to go play it. I'll download it real quick come Tuesday, come PlayStation Plus Tuesday, but yeah.
I saw another game called Saint Seiya Soldier Soul. It's a PS4 game. I have no idea what this is. It is a very looks like a very Asian influenced game from Japan.
Yeah.
Or so.
David
so,
is our Asian correspondent. What are your thoughts on Saint?
Saint Seiya is an anime. I think it at least has more than 4 seasons. I think there's a new one that ran last year. And it's kind of a
Oh, it's a TV show?
It's like a giant robot type show. Yeah. I don't
anything?
enjoy those.
Is there tentacle porn?
What?
As our Asian correspondent, is there tentacle?
No, that's something different.
Thank you,
But no, yeah, it's based on an anime. So
I just love David's awkward.
I'm actually surprised.
That was something different.
What?
Okay.
And last but not least, one of the games that I'm most excited for. I know you are too, Steve. Rock Band 4 finally comes out next week.
I am excited for Rock Band 4. I don't have time right now to go pick it up, and yeah, I don't really have the need yet to go pick it up. Rock Band's one of those games I want to play with some friends. I don't have any friends around me that can really play it right now, so
No doubt.
Maybe in a couple more years. I think I need my daughter to get just a couple more years older, and then I can get her on some of the instruments.
That's true. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to talk about it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you were talking about it when we were talking about what games we're playing.
Maybe.
David, you picking any of these games up that we mentioned today? Well, you have Dragon Age, right?
Yeah, I have Dragon Age. I played maybe 8 hours, but I got distracted by Destiny. Yeah.
Oh, so you probably really liked it then, putting 8 hours in.
I think it's good. It's just that you have to put a lot of well, for me, you have to put a lot of time into it, right? Because it's an RPG.
Yeah.
It was that or go back to Destiny, and it was Destiny.
Yeah, there's just repeating the same thing. Okay, let's go into what we're playing this week. I don't want to be mean to David. Let's go into what
we'll talk about it a little bit.
Madden 16. I've gotten some more Madden 16 in. Our league is still growing strong. The Gamers Pub Madden League. I'm still undefeated. I wasn't sure if it was going to be that way towards the start of that game because I threw, I think, 2 pick-six in the first 2 minutes of the fucking
Wow.
Against the AI. I was like, are you fucking... I threw 3 passes and 2 of them were intercepted for touchdowns, I think it was. And I live streamed the whole game. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start live streaming my games, especially if I'm playing against any real people. But all I've had is AI opponents so far. But I think it'd be cool. Like, David, you were just playing. You were just playing Gabe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that would have been really cool to watch. Or my brother was just playing Carlos, and that would have been like really fun to watch as well.
I'm really bad at Madden. I'm just like my Cleveland Browns. I'm really bad.
It's a game. I don't know. You got to do the drills. Do a lot of the drills, and then play a decent amount of the draft champions. It's a fun mode. And it starts off on rookie difficulty, then goes to pro, and then it goes all pro. So it progresses. It gets harder. But when it gets harder, you have to adjust your play style. You have to completely change your play style up and start looking for key things when you're playing, especially when you're quarterbacking. I was screwing around and trying to do something I shouldn't have done, and that's why I created both of those pick sixes. They were my fault. They really were. And it's something, when I do something bad, I know. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did fuck that up. I shouldn't have done that. Right. So the game kind of calls me out on my bullshit by interceptions and things like that. So I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun on it. I'm really liking the Madden League. I fucking haven't got a chance to play anyone. No one yet.
You will.
I'm a week away though. I'm a week away from playing Carlos.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. It'll be my first actual AI game or real person game. So I'm super excited about that. David, how are you doing, David, in the league? You're new to Madden, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is my first time I bought it. Even though I'm losing, I actually enjoy it. I think as a commentary and it kind of looks photorealistic. Well, to me, it looks kind of realistic. So I'm actually enjoying it, even though I'm getting slammed. But that's okay.
I've told you, like, if you ever want some help or just wanted some practice games, just let me know and I'd hop on board. But you never do, David. You never do.
I know, because it's that disc, or I have to put the other disc in. So
It's the whole eject button. I don't want to push it.
yeah.
Some things, dude, that has actually stopped me several times from going to other games. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have to get up and grab that game if I want to play.
Lazy. Yeah.
It really has stopped me from playing certain games at times. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to eject that one, and then if I want to play that one again, I'm gonna have to eject this one again, and oh gosh, that's so much work.
But I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a fun game.
Yeah, and Gui, you're playing.
Yeah, I can't get it, dude. Whatever. I think I just.
You know what's so funny? I know for a fact that if I play you though, you're gonna fucking whip my ass.
No,
I know it for a fucking fact.
No.
It'll be the one game where you go fucking nuts and go ball.
I'm really bad at this game. I just don't have it figured out, and whatever. It is what it is, and that's with most sports games with me. I'm just not very good, unless it's like Burnout or something where I dominate. I'm not very good.
Yeah. I played some more Rainbow Six Siege. I really like Terrorist Hunt. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
I wish some of us got a chance to go play it this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, explain it to me. I mean, what's it like?
Well, it's like Terrorist Hunt. Don't you remember Terrorist Hunt?
I was never into the Rainbow Six games, man. I think I played Vegas was like the last one I really remember playing.
Well, Vegas was like the last really fun one for a while. And we used to do like a lot of team deathmatch on that mode, but they also have Terrorist Hunt. And Terrorist Hunt was what happens is you're clearing like a building, or you're clearing an airplane, you're clearing an office space, and you're going through. And if you're doing it right, you know how Marco is, right?
Yeah.
He gets all fucking 10-4. 5-0, blah blah blah, 5-5, doing this and all right, clearing this way, going this way, covering you here, blah blah blah. That's how it gets, and it's a lot of fun when you get people like Marco in your squad, and you get to kind of get more sucked into the game, because it does give you that kind of feeling that you're actually doing this together inside these rooms, and you're taking out just the terrorists in there, and they set booby traps up, and they have all this stuff. I don't know. It's fun because that's a co-op mode. That the terrorists are just bots, and it just makes it fun.
Terrifying.
What's that?
They terrifying.
They're not terrifying. No, unless you're dumb, and then you just
Leroy!
fucking run into that shit.
Where is he, by the way? That turd.
I don't know. And then some dude blows you up because you weren't fucking paying attention. Suicide bomber gets you. Because they have like suicide bombers and shit like this too. It's classic like a horde mode type of thing, where these guys are gonna rush you. You got different types of enemies, and it's just fun. I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I believe this is a game that like Marco, I, and probably a couple others are gonna pick it up when it's on sale. Just I'm not in a huge rush to go buy it. I think the shooting game I'm buying next is gonna be Star Wars.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, well,
depending on how the beta. Yeah, depending on how the beta is.
Yeah. So no, the beta's gonna be public for everyone. Everyone can download the beta.
Cool. Well, I'll definitely try it. I'm on the fence with that.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, I mean, that's for sure gonna have me get day one or not. Is gonna be. It's a public beta, so hopefully, we can all of us over at the pub go and download it, try it out together, and see what our thoughts are together on it, and to see like if we want to be picking it up and who's gonna be picking it up and all that.
I gotta assume though that if it's a day one open beta for everyone, that they're pretty sure that's gonna be solid.
They're pretty sure, yeah. If they're doing it like that, they're like, hey, try it out, go nuts. Yeah. I'll tell you where to buy this game.
Who knows? So we'll take a look and see. I mean, that's for sure. Steve, do you want to talk about the next game together?
Yeah, let's talk about the next game together. Go ahead and you start off.
Sure. So earlier this week, Activision was kind enough to send us a review code for the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Steve and I were able to download it and give it some time.
How much time have you put into it so far?
I put about an hour into it, and then that was about all that I really needed.
I've put about an hour into it so far, and I just beat the tutorial.
Okay.
Like, it took me that long to beat the tutorial.
So the game starts up, and you kind of start up in this open world lobby, and it seems to be this open world where any gamers can join, and you can skate along. And then there are options to kind of make your own private room. But I wasn't really quite sure how to start, like, the objectives of the game for a while.
Did you not do the tutorial?
I never
skip
do
that.
I always skip tutorials, dude, because I played Tony Hawk. Listen, I played every single Tony Hawk. Every single Tony Hawk in the series. So I'm pretty versed at the game, and I figured if they're adding anything really, really new, I'm kind of going to be able to figure it out on my own. So
I don't like grinding at all.
No.
I have problems with the controls in this game. I've played pretty much all the Tony Hawks minus maybe the last 2 or 3 of them before they just went kind of just stupid in a way, and that's why the franchise kind of died off. I know how to grind, and I go to grind, and my fucking dude just starts slamming. It goes in this bullet time slow mode, and it starts slamming on the thing, and I was like, what are you doing? Just grind, just grind. And apparently you can't grind unless you perfectly time your slam out, because he's got a slam on the grind now, which doesn't make sense to me. I have problems with controls, dude. It seems way overly complicated.
To be honest with you, I don't have a problem with the controls because they're exactly where they left off. My problem is that there's no innovation. It feels like the same controls that I played on the last major game that I played on the 360. And
which, by the way, I could be playing this right now on 360. I don't know.
Sure. Well, you know what?
I can't tell any visual difference.
We'll talk. I mean, listen. Visually, I think it's fine. I think the cell shaded look that they went for, it works really well. I think, and maybe this is upon my analysis, Steve, and you can agree or disagree. I think because the levels feel so barren, like they didn't. The levels feel so empty that it doesn't let anything graphically shine, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with how the game looks. In fact, it looks good. I like the cell-shaded style.
No,
but I feel like the level design is so plain.
Nothing pops, though, on this cell-shaded style. It just looks so basic. Like, hey, yeah, we know we cell-shaded this to kind of cheat our graphics here a little bit, but we're really gonna cheat this and really do nothing special with.
Yeah, I think the level, the levels feel barren, and in a day and age when you've got games like The Order, which, I mean, it's an amazing, I mean, looking wise, The Order is an amazing looking game. Why don't we have anything flying around or, things? I mean, everything is just so linear, so crisp, so cut. Like, even like the boxes that you break to get like a letter look the same. There's no variety. This game, for all intents and purposes, that even because they're using a cell shaded graphic style, it should have so many different layers to it that make you want to interact with a level. And I think that was one of the funnest things with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 3, and even 4 when they went into the Underground series is you would look for things in the level to interact with. You'd be skating around and you'd say, hey, maybe I could jump up to here and then get up to here and explore and then jump off this helicopter.
They could do something with the cell shading, like how Mirror's Edge, they always have a special style on certain things depending on how you can interact with said thing. Like there'd be spots that'd be orange, or there'd be spots that'd be red, and depending on different colors, you can interact it different ways. Yeah. But they were able to include that with this style. There's the style here. Everything just looks exactly the same, just bland, like blander than like what a Borderlands shell shading scene.
Because with Borderlands, though, there were so many things going on in the level that there was always something to look at, and while there's nothing to look at here, as opposed to just hit this objective, do this trick, and which is a shame, because like I said, if you're a fan of the Tony Hawk series and you've mastered the controls, you're going to come into this and you're going to know what to do, and you're going to be able to hit those combos, but it's more of the same. There's nothing to interact with. There's nothing to make you want to say, you know what, I need to hit all these benchmarks so I can unlock the next level. There's nothing there that makes you want to do that.
How are you doing so far as getting your combos going?
Oh, dude, my combos are banked, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting like 300, 400,000 combos.
I keep that whole slam thing. That the whole grinding is screwing my combos up.
Well, you just it's
because I'm doing like you know, like manuals and everything else.
Yeah.
You know, getting to the grinds or getting to the spots where I can do these tricks and things like that. But then I go to do that to grind a rail, and then just whoosh, it goes in that bullet time, and he just splashes down, and I was like, awesome, you just fucking missed the rail, you super dumbass. You know, I'm jumping up and I'm hitting the grind so you can jump up and kind of glide yourself or prep yourself to get into that grind. And instead he just bullet times slams down. I'm
not gonna dive deeper into this game anymore. I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm
gonna play. I was so disappointed. The tutorial took me fucking an hour.
Well, you know, Steve, I think
because of this, it just nothing felt like it was really thought out. I mean, even during the tutorial, it was like, all right, do this combo to get this, and I'm like, no, it's not fucking working here.
And to be fair, and to be fair, we need to play some time together as well and see how that is.
No, we gotta try that because that was another thing. It was so boring.
Well, as of now,
the tutorial was so boring.
I'm gonna say that this is it's very underwhelming. Even if you're a fan of the series, at this point, like, I wouldn't pay full retail for this game. I would totally wait till.
Oh my gosh! And anyone who did, have you seen the?
I would be mad. I would be mad.
No, I haven't got to the spot where you are. It's not supposed to be that buggy where I'm at. Have you ran into any bugs?
No. It's just that nothing's laid out clearly. You know, with the old Tony Hawk games, it was like, okay, let's just jump into this level and go. They try to give you some small hints, but you know, it took me a good 10 minutes before I could really figure out what I was going to do. You know, and like I said, playing all the other Tony Hawk games, there was no sense of I don't think they almost as if they didn't know what their true identity was. And I know that they were running out of time to make a game based on the license, so they kind of just shoveled this out. You know, Dom, the game, like I said, it's not a bad looking game. It's just that it's so empty. It's so empty in a day and age when they could have packed so much into the level and made it interactive. It's such a bare bones game. But I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to give it some more time. But as of now, it's just I was playing with David, and then I stopped to play this for a good half hour, 45 minutes. And after the hours mark, I was like, they're like, you're back. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I got all that I needed out of it.
Yeah, I did a full hour, and then I'm going back though. I was getting irritated.
Do you think you're going back
with one of the tutorial things?
You're going to go. For me, I'm going to go back because in my heart, I want it to be. I want to find that nostalgic spark.
Well, I'm going back because I had so much fun Tony Hawk. Like what you're saying, I had so much fun Tony Hawk in the past. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try more of the just open worldly kind of modes. I really want to try that. And doing some, if I can get you on board at the same time and doing some multiplayer, I think that'd be really cool. Because I mean, that was the best part about Tony Hawk. Wasn't just the open world parts of it, but it was when you're playing with your friend. Oh, beat that, bam! You know, and you get super thrilled, you know, because of the kick-ass score, kick-ass combo you just did. No. So I'm gonna go back and try some of that out.
And you're playing. What else are you playing, Steve?
But so far I'm extremely underwhelmed. I kind of really am. Yeah. I'm playing this other game. I can't talk about it, unfortunately. I can't even fucking post pictures of it because they plaster my gamer tag, and the fact that this is a beta, like, all over it. Like, they watermark my screen with this moving picture. I'm doing this. My camera's not working for some reason. I don't know.
Could you say that maybe the game that you're
it's
playing...
like moving my gamer tag all over the screen to symbolize, hey, if you see pictures of this guy, we're gonna ban this guy. This is the guy that's gonna get banned if this image is leaked in any fashion. So I'm playing this one racing kind of beta right now.
Could it be maybe like a desire for moving in a vehicle at a super fast pace?
There might be a need for something.
Steve's got
but I'm pretty sure that you can go back and you can see, like, or you can go. Not if I was playing, I'm pretty sure it would just show that, hey, Steve is playing this beta. So that part's not super unknown. I can't really talk about it. It's interesting so far, though. I mean, there's things that I was amazed by it, and there's things that I'm like, shut this shit down, shut this down now, and so I'm interested to see some more of the game, but I'm not sure how long this beta lasts for, so it might be over as far as I know, just like the Rainbow Six beta.
Beautiful.
Hopefully it's going on a little bit more.
Nice.
And that's all the games I had this week.
Well, I've been busy. I haven't been.
And then I did some more Black Flag because Black Flag.
All the games.
I like being a pirate.
Arr.
So fun,
Oh,
dude,
chicks.
being a pirate.
Yar, pirate.
About pirates.
Yar.
So I haven't been on in a while, and I've been really.
Well, we got 2 more people that just joined us. I don't know if you want to mention that real quick before.
Go ahead.
Apparently somebody fucking woke up or stopped shitting. I one of the 2.
I didn't wake up.
So he stopped shitting.
I've been trying to get a hold of Steve for 40 minutes to trying to add me.
I just all you got to do is click the link. That's all it is.
Just a viewer. It doesn't go into like the Hangout chat. It just puts me
but there's a button. There's a button on that chat in the YouTube thing that brings you to the chat.
Yeah, and it sent me just to me watching it in Hangouts where I can just ask questions, and then actually send me a link in.
Yeah, on that page there's a join Hangout button.
Nothing was there.
Well, we're here. You're here now.
I'm here.
What's up?
Hello. I've been up all night.
Did you not sleep?
No.
Jesus fuck, dude. I stopped playing Rocket League with this guy at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I guess he's still going.
Controls your life.
Yes.
Well, guys, welcome to the pub.
What's up?
Nothing much. I've been busy. I haven't been on here in a while, right? I mean, Dom's been taking over for me. Thanks, Dom.
I love you, buddy.
Thanks, brother. But I've been still super busy playing games. It still hasn't stopped for me. And aside from Tony Hawk, I've been spending a little bit of time with Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain. I'm not very far into it. I'm just gonna throw it out there, but it's good. Like it's really.
I really want it. That's one when I see it on sale, I'm probably picking that up. Because everything I heard says how good it was compared to the last one, and I loved. Dude, I'm in.
It's really, really good, Steve. It's really, really good. I'm going to kind of just, that's all I'm going to say for now, because like I said, I probably only put about 2 hours in it, which if you've ever played a Metal Gear game before, 2 hours ain't shit. 2 hours is like the opening credits.
It's like the opening cinematic.
It's like the opening cinematic, so with that being said, I'm going to kind of put that to the wayside. A game that has been taking up a lot of my time, and I really want to talk about. Steve, you can mute it if you want right now, or you can listen to what I have to say. Is Destiny, the Taken King? Activision was once again they were kind enough to send a review code for Destiny, the Taken King. I always want to put that out there up front. I also want to start off with a disclaimer that before I even conducted my review of Destiny, the Taken King, I was already kind of soured in my head about the way that they set up the pricing structure for those that have already purchased the original Destiny. Some people thought that because of the lack of really massive amounts of content in the first 2 portions of the DLC, that maybe this $30 price tag was too much to ask for. And then
$40 price tag.
Thank you. $40 price tag, and then to get
I just want actual facts out there.
$40. Hey, you know what? Thank you very much.
Don't be a hater.
No, it's we need the facts need to be accurate.
That's just a fact, David.
Yeah.
That's not. That's just a fact.
And then to get like the extra special edition motes, which I mean it doesn't affect how you play the game, but you know if you really like the series, you need that shit. And the only way to obtain those was to get the $80 or $89 package. Which, if you've never played Destiny,
if you want to be able to dance in the game, you got to pay $90.
No, there was also an option for a $20 upgrade.
Okay. So
So you're $60 in.
Yeah.
I just want to start off by saying that like for those little things, the pricing structure was off. It didn't make sense for the core gamer, and so that part kind of was like I could see how you if you played the game before and kind of didn't already like the game or you were okay in the game, how that could definitely sour and turn you off. That being said, this is a completely different experience that on many multiple levels not only improves upon the game but brings the one core component that I feel was missing in the first year one portion of Destiny, and that is the fun. Year one of Destiny was filled with a great shooting mechanic, lackluster story, a very intriguing universe. You've got all these hints of everything that was happening in the world of Destiny, and you were like, yeah, I kind of want to dive into this a little bit more, but I don't know why. And the shooting mechanic is really solid, so I'm going to keep going because it's those tiny little drops of loot that made you want to get that next piece of carrot that they were dangling in front of you. So everything that had happened from year one and moved on to year two was an evolution of their year one experience. And I feel like the developers and the game artists took the time to kind of get community feedback and see what would happen and bring this great experience. I didn't necessarily like Nolan North's new Ghost character at first when pre the Taken King was release patch. Now I absolutely love it. It is way better than the Dinklebot character. They've added all these little nuances in the form of spoken dialogue, tidbits and things that unlock in the story that now actually bring to fruition the Destiny universe. And it's weird because what's happening is if you're a year one player, you were getting kind of half bits of the story, and it was almost like someone opened a box opened up a puzzle and threw the pieces.
You were technically only getting half bits if you went to be real here, if you went to Bungie's website and read the cards that you were unlocking.
But even then, yeah, even with the Grimoire cards, that was
the only kind of story. The only other story off of that was you've woken the hive, and that's.
I mean, but you were familiar with characters. You had character familiarization.
Well, there's only like 3 characters.
There was the. You're right. But there was the character classes like the Hive, the Fallen, the Cabal, the Vex, and so what happens is you've got like really bare minimal pieces, like you said, Dom, of these characters, but it gave you familiarity. So now that the Taken King had opened up and they're really diving in and letting you put contents together, you now care about these characters per se because you have even if some referential material to attach it to. So it literally is opening up and making the universe of Destiny much better. As far as the level classes are concerned, it's crazy that now every loot drop that happens matters, makes a difference, and you're interested in. I really like how they retooled the armor class. Before you would get an armor set piece that you, because it didn't max out your capabilities, you had to dump it because you know what, this is cool, but this doesn't fit my playing style. Now, if you find an armor piece or a weapon that you really, really care about, you can now take another armor piece that's higher and infuse it to give it the stats for the armor piece that you still want to collect. So it really makes every single piece that you're getting valuable. The aesthetics of the level now, it seems like they almost kind of took a lesson from the Call of Duty single-player guys, where Call of Duty is these kind of like little miniature cinematic set pieces that are happening in-game. They've taken kind of some of these little cues to have.
No. Did we lose him?
To the story that you're playing. So much to talk about, right? The Dreadnought, which is the Taken King's main base. It's, if you've ever seen the movie Event Horizon, it is very reminiscent of this just kind of crazy, almost hell hive structure that is huge, and there's so many things that you can do. I'm absolutely in love with Destiny over again. I think it's really, really, really good. And that's add to the fact that I play a lot with my son. I'm going to kind of recollect some of my thoughts, and I'm going to allow. I think David plays a lot. Park, you play a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead and talk a little bit about what I'm speaking on, and I can kind of go back and look at some of my notes some more.
Well, you missed one important thing.
Okay.
They added Nathan Fillion.
Which is what makes you laugh, right?
Exactly. Cade is best character in game.
I just think the whole game itself in general, just how its personality, and I laughed out loud multiple times in the Taken King.
Yeah, I mean they make fun of Eris, and the game has changed quite a bit. To be honest.
Yeah.
If you download that big giant mega patch that they did, you can play with the all the changes basically. I mean you can't do the new stuff, but you can see how they changed it up.
Yeah, but here's the thing that sucks. The thing that sucks with that is that because of this massive Taken King update that basically requires any player that bought the first Destiny to have to buy this to have an experience, they basically screwed over the rest of the Destiny players. But on the flip side, my thought process to that also is, well, if you really are enjoying this game, you're gonna get the new add-on anyway. So it's almost like saying, you know what, guys? Here's the thing. We could either keep the level, because progression, when anything progresses, something has to be left behind. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When progression happens, something gets left behind. So it's almost like saying, okay, guys, you know what? We're taking this game, and unless you really play the Taken King to experience how much the game has progressed, unless you play the game, you're not going to understand what the changes are. So to be like, listen, we can either, for our core group of gamers, the guys that are going to play this game, that are playing every week, every day, we can either make this evolution happen, or we can keep the game dumbed down to allow people that aren't even playing the game anymore access to the game still.
And to be honest, Guijay, I almost think as a lifetime MMO player, like the whole argument, it left people behind, is kind of null and void, because that's how MMOs are. Expansions, when they come out, you have to progress to the new content. I mean, it's kind of like the rule of MMOs.
I understand progression, and I could even understand losing like the ability to do some things, but I mean, like that, reading over that list that they compiled of all the things that like anybody could do, like 2 days or like minutes before the Taken King launched, and then like after is pretty bad.
Yeah, but Dominic, do you think like the people that are complaining aren't even playing the game anymore anyway?
That's a valid question. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because if you wanted to play the game, really, wouldn't you move on with the Taken King? Because you're not going to go back to it anyway.
I would like to think here that Bungie can fuck themselves. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? This whole thing is a bunch of fucking bullshit, dude. And what they're doing with this, they can seriously fuck themselves. My brother was on the market to buy a PlayStation, and they had a pretty nice Taken King bundle out there, and it was a pretty nice price, dude. It was $3.99, came with Taken King, it came with something else, and it was a pretty decent price. I couldn't fucking suggest to him to buy this fucking shit ass game, because I know what's gonna happen in this game, dude. You buy this shit, and fucking 3 months down the road, guess what? If you don't fork over more money, all of a sudden all that prior shit once again fucking locked out. The shit that I bought when I spent fucking $90 or whatever for this fucking game, I can't do half of it, dude. Half of the shit I fucking bought now, I cannot fucking do. I just can't do it. I'm locked out of that shit. Those parts of those games do not.
But were you
are
playing
not
that
available.
But were you playing that anyway?
When did I stop playing this? Tell me when I stopped playing this.
As soon as they announced the price.
Time when they announced how they're fucking us all, dude. That's when I stopped playing this. I stopped playing this when I realized that this is nothing more than, if I just don't keep paying them money, they're gonna lock me out of this game.
Like an MMO where the progression happens.
an MMO, guess what? Those loot caves are still gonna be there, dude. Those quests are still gonna be there. All that shit is still gonna be there.
But those people don't
There's
go
stuff
back.
that you can't. There's so much stuff that is no longer in this game at all anymore.
Okay, so you're telling me.
There's stuff that I paid for when I bought DLC passes that
but-
I can't do anymore.
So answer
No,
this question.
No, Gui, I sat through your crap. I sat through that entire thing. I didn't interrupt you at all. Right? I didn't interrupt you. I wasn't making snore noises. I wasn't making
I wasn't doing.
noises
Go ahead.
noises while you're doing your
Just
thing.
asking questions.
I was farting.
Yes, I respected your time, Gui.
Okay.
I'm
just asking you a question. That's all.
I think the story, the game itself was overpromised and underdelivered. I think we got fucked. The people who originally bought this game got fucked out of their money with that first bit of this is $60. I'm not even going DLC here. This is just the very first origin part of the game. We got fucked. We are completely overpromised and completely underdelivered. Oh, guess what? It's all going to be fixed on this first patch. Awesome, cool. Well, I already fucking paid money for that first DLC. I guess I'll just get it anyways. Awesome, cool. All right, some of that stuff is fixed now. Cool. I'm all happy. All that doesn't work right as well. All that. Okay, not a big deal. Next fucking DLC comes, all of a sudden all that shit that I just fucking paid for in that last build DLC, that stuff all disappears, dude. All those special things that they were having for us, none of that happened anymore. But guess what? Now we got, what was the next build thing? What was the second DLC? House of Wolves. Yeah. So we got Sword Guys, right? Was that the Sword Guys?
Yes, that's
No, House of Wolves. No, House of Wolves was the random bad guys coming by, right?
The Wolfpack, yes. Yes,
the Wolfpack. So then all the stuff in the prior stuff, that all disappeared. Well, now we get this stuff. Blah blah blah. It's the same thing, dude. This is now.
So you're mad because the Sword Guys are gone?
I'm mad because I somehow paid for those Sword Guys and I can't do the Sword Guys anymore. I somehow paid for those Hive guys doing the stuff. I can no longer do that anymore. There. No, it's not there.
They just don't come up as random events.
No.
Gentlemen.
They've killed all that stuff off, dude. This game's just fucked, dude. Bungie has made this game where if you don't continue to pay them money, you just essentially get locked out of your content.
So let me ask you this question, and this is just a hypothetical.
I don't know. I get lost in my fucking words because I just get so annoyed with their bullshit.
No, but don't get annoyed.
This game is what they've done here is absolute bullshit.
Okay, so but I don't want you to get mad, and I don't want you to get confused. This is just a simple discussion. If they didn't unlock you out, like if they said, Steve, you could still play all your year one stuff today, exactly how it is, but David and I are playing on the Taken King, and this is just an honest question, would you even go back to play the year one stuff?
I probably would go play with you guys at times. I probably would have been playing with you guys at times until the Taken King came out. But when I first heard how fucked we're getting.
Okay, so but
that
even
cut me off from this game entirely.
Even with the pricing structure, because you know what?
Pricing structure, by the way, oh my god, you fucking $40 for DLC?
But
it includes the old game. Fuck, I fucking already paid the old game. I paid $90 fucking for this old fucking game.
I understand the pricing structure.
It fixed all the year one stuff. How about you just fucking fix the year one stuff for fucking to begin with, and not charge me $40 to fix the year one stuff?
So you're saying that with the pricing structure laid out, I mean, you basically made up your mind a long time ago that you were done with this game.
I made up my mind. No, I didn't make it. Bungie made up my mind for me. Luke Smith helped make up my mind for me. You're going to buy regardless. That kind of helped make up my mind before me.
I mean, these are people that are really into this game.
This is a game that has lied to us constantly throughout the entire developmental process. And continues to
but lied in which way? What did they say and not do?
What about the weapons? What about when they said, hey, we understand you worked really hard for those weapons, and we're not going to nerf those things? And then what's the first thing that they do with all the weapons? They nerf them all, dude. They nerf them all. And the reason they said, hey, we're not going to nerf your weapons because you've put a long time, you invested a long time to get these weapons. You can't tell me the first time that you got your first Gjallarhorn, how fucking awesome that was, or the first time you got like a black hammer.
I never got into that, so I can't tell you.
I remember when I first unlocked my Gallahorn. It popped up on my time hop actually because I even fucking posted, oh my god, I just got a Gallahorn, and then I didn't even know at the time how fucking amazing that would have turned out. That gun really was.
And I'm feeling now,
that shit is lame, dude. They lamed all those fucker weapons.
But
they made all these weapons that I busted my ass earning on. I mean, fuck, dude. I put a lot of time in this game, and they just dumbed everything that I spent all that time on down. They just dumbed it down, dude.
And now they introduce a whole new slew of weapons that gets you excited to get them. I mean,
okay.
I told David the other day,
they couldn't leave my old weapons alone and just get me excited to get the new weapons?
They did leave it alone. They just didn't up its value. It's still. I mean, if you want to rock a Gallahorn, that's fine. It's just not going to do as much damage on certain enemies. There are now.
That's such bullshit, dude. You know what? Include new weapons. Awesome. Make new weapons. That works great. Don't dumb down my own weapons because you don't have the creative balls to fucking make anything cool anymore. And you just know everyone's going to leave your new weapons alone.
I mean, there are some of the exotic weapons that can now be converted into Year 2 that have even better perks, and there's still the old weapons that you want.
And actually, they did too dumb down the Gallahorn, dude. They adjusted all of its values as well.
Because
in addition to making it not now as powerful as the current weapons, they also dumbed down other aspects of it, like the splash damage and things.
That's the Gallahorn. I mean, Gallahorn was kind of a cheese weapon. I mean, it was an end-all be-all weapon.
It was one I remember unlocking. It was one I put a lot of time in. One I built up multiple occasions. When I've leveled it up multiple times.
And after surveying the community,
and I'd still
that the Gallahorn was overpowered.
Okay, dude. All right, whatever.
I mean, but that
I think you're just reading essentially all the little fanboy comments that I see over on the Destiny.
I mean,
on the Destiny subreddit, and all you fanboys have the exact same response.
But if you don't like Destiny, why are you reading the Destiny subreddit?
Because I'm too lazy to fucking hit unsubscribe and it pops up in my front page.
Yeah, but. So you click the link?
Sometimes I do.
You're hurt. I mean, it's okay. Your feelings are hurt, dude. Your Destiny feelings are hurt.
No, they fucked people over, dude. They fucked over the community. They essentially this game was overpromised and underdelivered every step of the way, and they continue to fuck the community on things, and then they still don't even have things that should be a part of that fucking game. I.e. fucking your own fucking private modes on every fucking Crucible kind of thing. How do you still not have that shit, dude? Oh, they'll be in the next 4 fucking patch.
I mean, I don't know that the community necessarily feels the way you do 100%, Steve.
No, I'm done. I'm done with this game. I'm done with this whole pay model. This new fucking pay model that they're trying, where you just completely get locked out of your content unless you continue to keep paying them money. I'm done. I'm done with that, dude. There's no fun in that. I'm done with that.
The game is fun. The game is fun.
Sell me an over fucking priced season pass. I'll fucking have to fucking pay that shit out, but don't fucking come around and ask for fucking another handout on top of that shit, dude.
Well, here's the thing, though. But if people
you fuck off. You and you want to charge me an extra $20 too, even if I bought the fucking $40 thing to be able to fucking dance? Oh, come on.
But if people really enjoy it,
no.
What's to say that it's not worth in value to some people? My final verdict on Destiny is that.
No. Congratulations, Activision and Bungie. You are now the InBev to the gaming world.
My final verdict on Destiny is that if you liked and really enjoyed playing Year 1 of Destiny, you will absolutely love Year 2. It is absolutely worth your money. If you were okay on it, stay away from it. You kind of basically have already made up your mind.
Yeah. Just wait till the next DLC they charge $60 for.
And those people will probably buy.
If you don't pay, you get locked out of all your content.
You know, but congratulations.
I made up my mind like December.
I know. Well, it pisses me off. I've spent $90 on this fucking game now, and I can do half of the shit I could do before. And that's so fucking stupid. And that's the reason that I can't tell anyone, and that's the reason I couldn't tell my brother, because he's not a fucking rich dude. He comes by and the next DLC comes out and the next DLC comes out, and unless he keeps buying these DLCs, he's gonna get locked out of his game. Now,
it's not like this upgrade was like, hey, tomorrow You gotta get it or you're done. I mean, they announced the DLC, so if you really wanted to get it, there's a big 5-month span to save up $30 or $40 to pay for it.
$40.
Okay,
Stop
so
saying $30.
there's okay,
It's
five.
70
Well,
fucking bucks.
okay, $39.99.
$40 for one DLC, by the way.
Okay, but
They have others coming. I'm showing you guys the time scale. They have several other DLCs coming. I wonder how much they're going to get you on those. And they're going to do the same thing where if you don't pay, you're going to get locked out of your old shit. They have more coming. Don't think this is your $40 and you're good for the rest of the year.
Dave, what do you think? Is it worth the value?
No.
I think it is because I put a lot of hours into it. So when I start breaking it down, I'm paying like cents on the hour. So it's probably the game I've played the most ever. I mean, probably next to even more than Final Fantasy X. I've put hundreds of hours into this thing now. And,
but what do you, if you could compare the fun value from year 1 to year 2? I mean, is it?
It's definitely better. I mean, there's no such thing as more fun. It's much better than the year 1. There's the storyline explains a lot of what's going on. There's these sub quests. There's a lot of these quests now that, in addition to your bounties, that you can do, and a lot of them have stories tied to them, voice stories to them. I think 1 or 2 of them have video also, but it's definitely much better. I mean, they're learning. I mean, it's unfortunate that it's one of these games that has to evolve over time, but they're learning, and I think they're listening to the community where the people want more stories instead of having to look at those Grimoire cards. I do wish the Grimoire cards, though, would pop up into the at the tower or something instead of having to go look on the application.
That would be cool.
That would be one thing that might be nice, or some kind of option to look at something in the tower that would actually read them to you, so you don't have to sit there and read them for lazy people like me. But it's definitely much better, and part of the aspect of this game is the multiplayer. Playing with other people. I play with Dustin. I play with Gui and your son. Actually, was playing with Mark Ray yesterday. He finally jumped on, and also with Brian. And I think for me that's the part that's the most enjoyable, is jumping on and playing with other people.
Dom,
Yes,
we know what you think. Go ahead.
Well, I'll keep it short. I don't care. Not my bag. But if y'all like it, good on you, I guess.
Respect.
I mean, I kind of agree with most of what Steve's saying. Maybe not to the gusto, not quite with the same gusto, but I stopped playing this Destiny last December. Like, is it pretty much as soon as I beat the raid?
You got lucky you didn't buy the DLC. I would have stopped probably then too, but I had the DLC pass. I had the season fucking pass.
See, and that's what I was telling you, Steve. I was like, you were like, buy the DLC.
I screwed up, dude. If I didn't have that season pass, I would have been.
No,
right
you were
there.
like, buy the DLC, buy the DLC. I'm like, dude, like, I'm not that interested in this game, like, by itself. So
Well, I didn't.
Why would I go spend my money?
Back then, I had no idea that would be their things. Every time a new DLC came out, they would just essentially close down and dumb down all the last bit of DLC. Normally, the way it works when something like that comes is, hey, we got this new add-on, we got this new DLC. You can keep doing the other stuff, and your other stuff is still going to be just as good. We just have more stuff you can do, just more content. But it's not a more content thing. It's this is our current content. That old content is now just old and shitty.
Here's the
That's a
thing.
completely different style, right?
I have read universally, like, they fixed it. I mean, like, everywhere they fixed it, right? And it has me intrigued. Not enough to spend $40 on it. I don't know. I was never that into it to begin with. Like, the raid I thought was the best part of the original. The original story, it just got really tiring playing the same 12 levels over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I mean, I stopped playing. Now, with as much content as it appears to be in the Taken King, like, it has perked my interest, but again, not enough to go spend money on it. So I don't know. Maybe when I find Taken King in the value bin next year,
You know what's gonna happen though?
After
You're
they
right in the
release it.
value bin, and all that shit that was cool about Taken King has been removed from the game.
I won't be able to play it. Yeah.
DLC 5-bit DLC. That's what's gonna happen. You're like, oh sweet, Taken King $20, and you're gonna pop that bad boy in, and you're like, oh, I gotta buy the new DLC to be able to do any of the stuff now. Fuck.
I don't know. The way I see it is like if Bungie called me and they were like, "Hey, we understand you didn't really like the first one. We want you to try our second one." I would try it, but on their dime.
The one thing also is they added a third subclass, and the third subclass stuff is actually pretty cool.
You know what? I thought I was fucking paying for the third subclass stuff when I bought this season pass. Apparently, I was incorrect in that. You only get that when you bought the new one. No, I seriously thought, because we had that third subclass rumors back when it first came out, dude.
Yeah.
And I just assumed that was going to be part of what I paid for in the season pass, but it's not.
I don't know.
Fox, last word.
I got gypped on that too.
Me? I personally love the game. It's the reason I bought the PS4 to begin with. I wanted to play that game, even though I came into it 6 months late. I love it. Taken King's fantastic. The new subclasses and stuff are really fun to play. There's a lot of quests, but unfortunately, I gotta say I've hit a wall with it. And it's the wall I hit with every MMO, where I get to a point where I've done everything, and now I just need people to do a raid with. Like, that's my thing. And it happens to me in every MMO I play. I rush to the end, get geared up, ready to go, but then, like, okay, it's time to raid. Well, you have to have that 5 dedicated people to do it. So, and I've got quests now where I have to have a dedicated fire team to do it, or it's just not happening. So I like it. I do really enjoy it, but I've hit a wall. So.
What's your light level right now?
291 is the highest I can get.
All right, we might do some raid stuff today. So.
I saw your son doing one last night.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So we're gonna go ahead and just table Destiny for the foreseeable future.
Steve's blood pressure.
Yeah.
For Steve's blood pressure, we decided to just table Destiny. Steve, thank you for giving us time.
Steve, you took it like a champ, buddy.
You did, man. You did a really good job, Steve. You didn't blow up, man. Proud of you, Steve. You're proud of him because he's been holding it in, man. Destiny's caused him a lot of grief, and so on that point, we're gonna shovel Destiny off into the ethosphere. Ethosphere. That's a sphere. What the fuck is an ethosphere? Ethosphere, and we're gonna talk about one more game that I was able to play really early. You can see Dominic smiling. You know what I'm talking about, right? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for this. My body's ready.
All right. So for the past week and a half, I've been playing Rock Band 4. Activision was, once again, these guys, whatever, kind enough to go ahead and hook it up. Rock Band 4. Well, how many of you guys, just quick show of hands in the pub, have put some serious time into Rock Band, the series in general? So pretty familiar with how it's set up. First, I'm going to talk about graphics because that's never been Rock Band's strongest suit. Pretty much is the same thing. They didn't shy away from the artistic aesthetic of the Rock Band game and the franchise. Your characters pretty much have that real chiseled, polygonal shape to them, kind of cartoonish, which is okay. It fits the game. When you're playing the game, they kind of just dolled up the little cues that you hit on. They look shimmery or shinier, but nobody is here for the graphics part of Rock Band. Of course, we're not. We're here for the music, getting together, being with friends, family, but what evolves, what makes you want to play Rock Band more? Starting off with the guitar, which is absolutely the dopest fucking thing about Rock Band 4. You have your 5 buttons on top. Now they've kind of simulated those buttons once again, but on the bottom of the neck of the guitar, and they're strung really, really close together. Just like a real guitar, when you're hitting those notes on the bottom, you're getting a higher tone, a higher guitar strumming sound than when you hit the ones on the top. The only time that the bottom ones will come into play is when you hit your score streak. So before you get your power up, or your solo in a song, and you would just play the solo, right? Now the solos are all free-formed in the music. So the solo will start, and you either have 3 tempos that you could move at, which is holding a note, a mid-tempo format, or an 8/8 format, strumming with the guitar. But you're allowed to hit the chords in any progression that you want to create your own solos. And for the first time, that feeling that you want playing a guitar game where you are hitting these solos and you feel like a rock god, this is the first time that it literally shit happens, and it's amazing. Every one of my family members that have played Rock Band 4 so far have all been like, this is the coolest thing that we've ever played. The drums. The drums now are, and this is for people like Dom who like to smash on the drums and annoy people.
Yeah.
The drums are really sensitive. So now when you're drumming, you can actually yell at the person next to you, like, why are you hitting those things so hard? You don't. You don't have to hit on the drum so hard. It will register every single tap that you do. It almost seems like each drum pad is on like this like weird gyroscope. Where, like,
Is there a football game going on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Are you
Jets and
fucking
the
kidding me?
Dolphins are playing in London.
What time did
The Jets and the Dolphins are playing in London.
Oh, in
in
London.
London. Oh, okay.
That's right.
I look at the board and I see David's got fucking points going on right now, and they're at half, and I'm like, what the?
I'm gonna
halftime?
win. I'm gonna win this week.
You might, dude. You might be able to get me my first loss.
Yeah, fuck Steve. Sorry, Luke, keep going.
That's okay. Rock Band's a good game. Rock Band's a good game. You should buy it.
How is the actual instrument?
I'm super interested in Rock Band GUI. I really want to pick it up.
Yeah,
I don't
want
have the
to.
time or money right now to go grab it.
also
Or
don't have
I
money.
have the money. I don't have the time.
Jesus.
So I'm just gonna wait it out for
Steve, I have the time, so if you want to buy it and just send it,
and send it to you, and then you can send to me when I have time, right?
I'll send you some of my time, and we'll trade these.
Yeah.
No, but the drums are sweet. The drums seem to have like a little platform that you can actually press all around.
Is it needed to
Literally
be
just need
upgraded
to be
though?
able to take
Huh?
a
Like,
beating.
really, is it worth upgrading though? Because I still have my entire set from the last.
You
from
know
Rock
what?
Band 3.
Once again, if like accuracy really matters to you, if having that.
I don't mind pounding them because I love to pound the fucking drums.
Yeah, I mean, you still can. It's not saying that you can't. But you know, how many of you try to play as a full band and you're trying to like listen to your guitar part or you're trying to sing and there's that one guy that's like ka 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 and you're like, dude.
You never complained when I was doing it during G-Pub?
We had no other option.
How's the guitar? Is like the triggers on the guitar? Are they like clicky, squishy?
No, nothing. They're really soft. The guitar actually feels really light, which you would, a part of you almost wants to be like, this is kind of cheaply made, but obviously technology gets better. It becomes more compact. So whatever they had to put inside, the buttons are really, squishy is kind of a good term to use. They're not clicky at all.
See,
and from
I like
switching from
having the audible
hammer-ons,
click on the Guitar Hero ones.
from switching your hammer on, it just feels very natural. That's, and I've messed around playing an acoustic guitar for a while, and it just has that natural flow feeling as you have chord progressions. Microphone, when you're singing now, if you are doing hard or expert, it now gives you options as long as you can hold a tone, as long as you can hold a note, to actually veer a little bit away from the pitch that they're asking you to hit, as long as it's, harmonically in perspective with what the original song is. So you can kind of, as a singer,
they're letting you freestyle.
you can freestyle as long as it doesn't sound like shit. If they do, then they'll be hardcore. Pretty much easy and
That's good. Yeah, I never liked that before.
Yeah, easy
Where
and
you
medium
have to be
kind of
right
keeps it where you have to kind of hold a note. The one thing that I is kind of a pain in the ass about the new Rock Band. The only thing that I don't like so far about the new Rock Band is that transferring of content is kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you have hundreds of songs like I do. Because you literally have to go through the store and re-download every single one.
But
Right. So just for me to update all my content, it took me like 2 hours the other day. and it's going to the Rock Band store and like literally going from track to see what you've already purchased and hitting the button to re-download it. It would be much more simpler if it was just look at all the songs I bought, auto download them, but unfortunately that's not the case. It's cool that you can do that though, take all your old content from what you've bought previously and move it over. It's just a shame that the process is kind of tedious. All in all, if you enjoy Rock Band, I definitely would say this would definitely be a purchase. Even the game alone. I know that for the Xbox version, there's a dongle that costs $20 to use your old instruments. I don't think there's one at all. I know there's not one at all if you're playing it on the PS4. So if you're coming from PS3 or PS4. So if choosing which one you want, it's basically what consoles do you have and where did you buy your content last year. If you guys have any questions, I'll be free to answer them.
No, I think Rock Band's Rock Band. I think for the most part it's self-explanatory. I see myself picking this up. I really do. Just probably a little bit down the road.
It's fun. The family and I got together yesterday and we spent 2 hours playing. And it's it's another cool thing that they also add is that now you vote on the song. So
I like that.
Songs will come up, and so like say if you're doing like your tour, because once again you set up your band. My band's called the Saramanje Society, and you set up your band, and then you go on tour. You gain fans again. You gain rep. You gain gear, just like you did before. But now when it comes time to play a set list, 5 songs will appear, and then all the band members will choose, and they'll vote on which song they want to play throughout the set. So that's cool, and it leads to some kind of interesting arguments. Of course, at the end of the day, it always kind of veers on to whoever's singing. Like, can you sing this song? And can the drummer play this song? Okay, cool, let's go. But it's great, man. It's the party game, and I'm glad to see it come back. I'm glad to seeing them support, new artists. It's kind of funny, and maybe it just tells my age. Like, I looked at the track list, and half of the songs, like, I didn't recognize. And some of my kids were like, "Oh yeah, that's a great song." Like, I'm like, damn, I feel old. So. But, it's cool. I'm glad to have Rock Band back. It's been way too long, and my family's we're back into the groove. I could definitely see pulling this out for all major events and just for a good Saturday night, Sunday night family get together and jamming out. It's really good.
Nice.
I want it.
Yeah, I want that. Unlike my feelings for Taken King.
Hey, Steve, you're not. You said we're not allowed to talk about that anymore. So why are you bringing it back up?
He's regressing.
Why are you bringing it back up? That's your bad.
On the same podcast. Yeah, Dom, did you have any games that you needed to hit up? Because we're already like an hour and a half into the show.
I know.
Since somebody showed late.
Not particularly. I don't think I've really touched anything new. There's a game I want to play, but
I didn't ask you what you want to play.
I know. No doubt.
Okay. Cool. Gui, that was all your games then, too?
Yes, sir. Just that whole hour.
Let's go into news then. We got some news things to talk about this week that I'd like to get some of you guys' thoughts on. Did any of you guys see Sean Murray on the Colbert Late Show Friday? Showing No Man's Land.
Yup, it was awesome.
I'm gonna watch that later.
Gui?
No, I did not, sir.
David?
No, I didn't watch it. I was too
It's on too late.
I was too busy playing Destiny, guys.
That too.
The menus of Destiny are awesome when you're just sitting there waiting and loading and loading and loading.
No, that's the same.
They upgraded the loading
Sean
screen.
Murray, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, dude. And he's naming everything like Colbert on this show too. So it was like a Colbert Rex or Colberosaurus Rex and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. God, that game is so impressive looking. I don't know. And he touched it. Colbert asked him a question earlier, like, "Hey, how you gonna be with your friends?" And he's like, "Well, it's kind of giant, so that might be a little hard to do." And that kind of worries me a little bit because part of the reason I think it'd be cool to have our own little galaxy, or star cluster where it's just like
the
G-Pub, the G-Pub
universe.
The
you are
G-Pub
allowed to have
cluster.
one planet in it.
The G-Pub cluster or something like this, and I think that would be cool. They still haven't announced a date for it, which kind of was depressing. But he was on the show, so hopefully that signals something good, like it might be around the corner. Dustin, what do you think?
It looks fantastic. I've been looking out for it for a long time, following it ever since they got like their flood leak or whatever that burned out a bunch of stuff to it, but it looks like they recovered well. I'm just curious how they plan to do all of these planets. Like, clearly they're not individually developing. It's some kind of random generator, but like, holy crap. Like, they need to be talking about how they pulled this tech off and showing it to other game developers and stuff. Because that's innovative. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all procedurally generated, so it is all kind of, it's not randomized. It's just, it generates itself kind of when you go in that area, and somehow it saves it in this database and blah blah blah. I'm really worried, like, how I'm gonna be able to play with my friends on this, because it looks awesome, but if it turns out that it's only gonna be single player type of thing because you can never see your friend's world or screw around with your friends, that makes it a lot less fun. It really kind of does. So that makes me a little nervous now.
I'm worried about repetition a little bit on it as well. Like, I feel like you're changing so much, but like, if I'm seeing the same planet over and over again,
that's why I need to know I can play with my friends.
Exactly.
That will quash a lot of that repetition as long as I can have some interesting moments with friends.
I wonder if you have like space stations in space, not just like
the real
planet.
reason that David only plays Destiny, just so he can play with his friends.
Wait, but is there more to that game? I only remember seeing the videos for the E3, I think last E3, and I mean, are you shooting something, or just going planet to planet?
You don't have to shoot anything. I mean, on some worlds, there's going to be creatures that might want to kill you, so you might have to defend yourself. But the idea isn't to blow everything up. The idea is to be kind of like a space explorer, and explore the world, explore the galaxy, explore everything. You know, you're Star Trek, yo.
Yeah.
And it's your quest to learn and to go where no man has ever gone before.
Big sandbox.
You don't think that looks a little grindy then?
Well, that's one of the things that I really just don't know. I don't know what the main idea is.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
The game. I don't know the leveling system. If there is a leveling system
Yeah,
in it.
I think I'm. This is one game that the greatest game ever, or it can be like it's gonna be
like absolute garbage.
Very
it could
lackluster.
Be either or still.
I'm going to take. This is the game that I'm literally taking like with a grain of salt. I'm going to take 2 steps back and see what happens. It's just, I mean, if any game right now has the potential to absolutely underdeliver on other promises, it would be this game. But
because it already has been Bungie with Destiny, but it could be this.
With the creative freedoms that they have. You know, and sky's the limit. So I still am going to take these. I'm not going to hype myself up too much. I'm just going to take it at face value and kind of enjoy just what happens. And I'm not going to hype it up in my head to be anything more than, you know, what I think it is going to be, which is generally just a very fun sandbox. I don't expect too much content out of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they haven't exactly fleshed out anything really. Like, they haven't fleshed out crafting, spaceship stuff, armor, guns. They just kind of shown off, oh, you can shoot. Oh, you can fly. Well, is there, like, building your own ships, customizing them?
I mean,
what is there?
potentially this could just be Pokemon Photo. This could just be Pokemon Photo where you get out of your ship.
Yeah.
It could be, dude. And,
very well could be.
I really don't know. But I'm still real excited because every time I see something about this game, it looks so cool, dude.
They haven't set a price point, have they, on this?
No, they have not done that either.
This is not a $60 game, is it? Because it doesn't look like.
I think it might be. Tony Hawk is $60. So you never know.
$60 is shit, more like it.
$60.
PlayStation 4 3.0 finally came out. You've been playing this for a little while, actually, because you were in the beta for it before. Now that it's been out, though, what have you guys thought about it so far? I love YouTube streaming.
YouTube streaming is cool, but all the damn notifications every 20 seconds. Join my group. Join my group. Join my group. Take it.
Yeah, I don't know why they need to send out notifications to be for groups or things like this. And then groups tend to be essentially like a giant chat room or something, which is kind of stupid too. I wanted to be able to put a group like, this is just people in a group. Blah blah blah, and not have to worry about all this other kind of stuff. It seems over notifying me, like it's just too much. But I love the YouTube streaming. I think the YouTube streaming is a lot better than the
I
Twitch
love
was,
gold.
and so much better than Ustream is. So the YouTube streaming has me kind of excited, and I'm liking that.
Hey, so I gotta run.
He's got the runs.
Yeah, I got the run.
I got the run.
No, the reason, well, that's the reason I didn't wake up for the show is I completely spaced it, and B, we were supposed to go to the lake today. It's raining. So
Like we
Yeah, it is fucking raining right now. I forgot. Holy crap.
So
All right,
we're going up
See you.
north.
Peace.
With the,
All right.
Did Arizona rain? Does it evaporate before it hits the ground?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's gone. But yeah. So I gotta run. But next week we're shooting for the morning show again. Right?
Criterion, the founders, they teased.
Okay.
Burnout,
All right.
spiritual success.
All right.
Fuck you, Steve.
Nobody cares, Dom. Go away.
Go away, Dominic. Go away.
Be
The original founders of Criterion Games, they teased that a Burnout spiritual successor might be in the works. Gui, you and I were talking about this pre-show a little bit. Does this have you excited? Spring 2016?
Spring 2000. Yes, has me very excited. Is it now? Is the sport game coming out first, or is it the
Oh,
racing?
I think
game?
the sports game's coming out spring 2016.
Yeah. So we're still quite a ways for the racing game, huh? But anything like, listen, if the Burnout, the Criterion developers, man, if I've never played a bad Burnout game ever, and it's arguably in my top 5 series of all time. Burnout Paradise in my top 5 favorite games of all time. Just so much fun, and I'm ready. My body and my mind have been waiting for a good Burnout game for what's it been, Steve? What, 7 years? 6 years?
It's been only too fucking long. I need
Way
a
too
Burnout.
And this putting a Criterion, what's left of Criterion, on these Need for Speed games is just we don't want it. We don't need it.
No, I don't think not one of us are very like, yes, they're putting it. No.
No,
It's like,
listen. There's
Hey,
nothing.
Kevin, make a Burnout,
There's nothing
dumbass.
more fun than that breaknecking speed, where if you make a mistake, you'll total your car, or going at breaknecking speeds against your friend and just nudging them just enough to cause them to fly off the side of the road and crash. That is awesome. And then the crash junctions with we crash into the buses and shit, like that is
Oh god, that was so fun.
so
Oh,
fun.
that was.
Yeah, I'm ready. I just need a burn. Just give me a Burnout. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep, I agree. PlayStation Plus games have been announced for next Tuesday actually. Looks like PS4 is getting Broken Age, which is also going to the Vita. Super Meat Boy, which is also going to the Vita. Unmechanically Extended. That's the only one I don't know what it is, and that's coming to the PS4 and PS3. Kickbeat is going to be Vita, PS3. Kung Fu Rabbit is going to be Vita, PS3, and Charlotte is going to be Chariot is going to be.
You just sound like a Mexican, dude. You're like Charlotte.
I told you. I get it from all. I get my accents from everything.
It's
around.
Chariot, but that's okay.
So Chariot is coming to the PlayStation 3.
Charlotte, can I get a ride in your Charlotte today?
So, yeah. Cool stuff. Broken Age. I think I have it on Steam already, so I'll have it on PS4 as well now. And I probably won't get to it anytime soon. Super Meat Boy. I have it on PC. I'll get it, I guess, on the PS4 now. So, cool beans. And Unmechanically Extended. I know nothing about this. Do you guys know anything about this one?
Nope.
Nope.
Which one? I guess we will because it's.
David, do you know anything about Unmechanically Extended as our Asian correspondent?
No,
This has got to be a hentai.
That's an indie game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is an indie game. I was just
It's not a hentai.
like, what is touching me in my back? I'm almost done, Logo. Soon. Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it right now. I don't understand what it is. Maybe kind of a platform kind of game, it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Call me now.
But yeah, I am excited though because it is Tuesday and I love every first Tuesday of the month because I get free games. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with getting free games every.
No, but the point, my problem is I think I bought Broken Age, and I'm thinking, man, I shouldn't buy these games anymore.
It's hard sometimes to buy these games because they do come free. Even retail games at times now, they come free for us. So, but yeah, so those are the games for PlayStation Plus. And Gui, I got a game bit news for you right here. Just Cause 3 map is going to be over 400 square miles, making it one of the largest games ever. One of the largest maps ever in a video game.
Nice.
Excited about that?
I am excited about it. Once again, I think with the inundation of games that we're going to be playing this fall, this winter, that this will probably be a game, Steve, that I definitely am. It's on my radar. I definitely want to pick it up. It will be probably when it comes on sale. That's because we just won't have time to play.
That wingsuit that he has.
Yeah.
When he's flying, it looks beautiful.
Yeah. But though, if the videos look good enough, we probably could get suckered into making a mistake.
Yeah, like a share or something.
Comes out on some cool dude's birthday.
Does it now?
Yeah.
Nice. That wingsuit looks awesome, dude.
Is it a bat wingsuit? Does he pull down his pants and just go?
No, it's not. It's like the ones that you see like off of the cliff divers or things like that, where they jump off the thing and then
I know what you're saying,
their
dude.
arms come out. Yeah.
I was making a joke there, but that's cool. I know what you're saying.
Oh, I see him right there riding an airplane that's crashing. Oh gosh, that looks so cool. But so I'm kind of excited for that. I had a lot of fun with the last Just Cause. So free talk. Let's go. I saw The Martian. I saw that yesterday over in 3D. It was very, very beautiful. I recommend the book though. The book I thought was a lot more enjoyable, and the book had so much more of a love of science and numbers and all that stuff into it as well. So I think the book was a little bit better, but it was so cool seeing, a virtual 3D Mars, out there while Matt Damon is out roaming Mars. So I can't say don't go see it because it is beautiful and it was a fun movie to watch. And then all this week I've been watching the new Daily Show with Trevor Noah, checking that out. And I have to say, I really, really am enjoying it. Trevor Noah was doing a lot better than what I thought he'd be doing, and I like this kid. He's funny, and the show still has that Daily Show feel to it. That Jon Stewart type of feel to it. So if you haven't checked out the Daily Show, the new one, or if you're a little nervous about what you might think about Trevor Noah, go check it out. Gui, you saw something really cool with Marco yesterday.
I did. We took the kids out to see Marvel Live, which is basically the equivalent of Disney on ice, except with Marvel characters, no ice, and dirt bikes.
And dirt bikes.
And explosions and lots of wires. It was really cool, to be honest with you. It definitely is catered for a younger audience. I'm surprised at how true that they stayed with the Marvel characters. I mean, they have Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers is there, Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, and then all the core Avengers, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk. So it was really cool, and there was kind of a cool large storyline involving the Cosmic Cube. It ran about 2 hours long, and it was super duper cool. Except there were some of the things, like when they originally started this Marvel Live, they had this grand vision of what it was going to be, and you could kind of tell, like if you've been following it, like Marco and I have, you could tell that by like maybe 3/4 of the way into production, they're like, we're not going to be able to do all this shit.
To get all this in.
Yeah, so they cut a lot of it out. The Hulk at the very end was kind of underwhelming, like the whatever big model they made to create the Hulk. It was kind of cheesy, dude. It was kind of poorly made because Logan, like, his arms were like attached to like the side, and like he couldn't like really move his arms, so they kind of like flailed. So Logan was like, man, the Hulk must be malnutritioned. He can't even lift his arms to hit someone.
Now they're touring this, aren't they?
Yeah, they're touring this all around. I would say if you've got younger kids, like, and we're all Marvel fans in this household, so we had a good time. But if you definitely have any children that are into superheroes, that I would say are like 8 and under. It's a great show. It's a really good time. But, like, warn them before you go, seriously, that, like, there's so many things to buy that are just way too expensive. Like, all those shows, they try to get you in money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, a snow cone with a Spider-Man cup, $15. You know what I'm saying? Well,
you tell the kid, you get one thing. Just one thing. Think wisely here.
That's what I'm saying. But like, even like face painting, $15 to get your face painted like a Marvel character. Right, So
It looks like they're not quite coming here. They're hitting Denver up though. Beginning or January, end of January next year.
It's a cool show. Yeah, if you really like superheroes, it's a kind of a cool, nice way to spend an evening. And it was great here because it was raining all day yesterday, so it's kind of cool to have like something to do inside on a rainy day. It's called Woodmire, right, babe? Woodmire? The show we're watching. Longmire, right? Why do I keep saying Woodmire? Yeah, so the wife and I have been watching Longmire on Netflix. She's like absolutely in love with it. She's like,
did you finish Narcos yet?
It's
Narcos,
fantastic.
oh yeah, we crushed Narcos. This is what we moved to after Narcos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Narcos is
good.
Narco.
So we moved from, and Steve, dude, you would love Longmire. You would love it.
Yeah, I've heard some things. I might be checking it out soon.
You know what it is, Steve? It's CSI, but like in the mountains of like Oregon. Wyoming, okay, Wyoming, sorry.
I kind of almost think it's like a better version of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, but Walker, Texas Ranger wasn't even good. So,
Until Chuck Norris comes to your house, he's like, "What?"
No, it is, but it's like because he's as smart as like Longmire is like smart as like some of those crazy guys in CSI. But there's like the Indians. It's a good show, Steve. You'd really like it. Like,
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah, even like from the first episode, you get hooked. And there's so many things that happen. Like, I'll come in when my wife's watching it. And I'll be like, "Wait, that person died?" She'll be like, "Just get out of here!" Like, son of a bitch. So I have to come back and watch that. I didn't talk about Turbo Kid, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Turbo Kid is an indie film that came out. I definitely would recommend watching that if you like trauma, like B movies mixed with like Power Rangers, mixed with like over the top gore and blood and action, mixed with like weird indie films like Scott Pilgrim. You'd love Turbo Kid. It takes place in like a dystopian Mad Max future where people are just trying to get water and crazy ass people are holding up towns and just killing people, and this kid is obsessed with comic books and this character called Turbo Man, and he happens to stumble across Turbo Man's outfit and becomes this superhero, and it's pretty fucking badass. What else am I thinking?
Hey, you gotta see The Editor. Speaking of movies.
Yeah, The Editor?
I talked about it last week. Go see The Editor. It's over on Netflix. I have a feeling you will absolutely love it.
I want to. I still got to get that.
It will be one of your favorite movies, probably.
My Steve Flick account is still not working. We're gonna have to sit down and iron that out.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about Halo 5. I'm the only person with an Xbox One. Does anybody else have an Xbox One here?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Halo 5 comes out this month. And there's like I feel like the talk about it in the community is just not happening. Is it Microsoft's fault? What's happening here? You know?
Lack of big cinematics, maybe.
No, I'm seeing things about it. Like it was in yesterday's UFC. Actually, it was on the mat yesterday. So they're putting some advertising behind it.
I just don't feel like the hype.
I think
the hype
like,
is just...
when you listen to podcasts now, I mean, isn't most podcasts now they all talk about what they're playing on the PS4 and
pretty much
it almost there. You know, some of the podcasts are playing this on the Wii, playing this on Steam. You don't hear that much on the Xbox One anymore, unless it's
nothing
an
out
Xbox
there.
podcast.
Unless
it's just an Xbox podcast.
I watched the opening cinematic for Halo 5, and it looks awesome. It looks really, really good.
I mean, I'll get it. It's just I'm not as hyped for it as I have been in the past.
Isn't that a shame that you have that feeling? Because, I mean, Halo, for me, used to be like, that was like my game. That was like my wait in line overnight game. That was like, that was it, you know? And then
I don't know. It was just, I think it's been a little bit long. And, you know, it's a whole new console generation with this one. So it's like, it's almost like the jump to 2 to 3 took a little bit of a weird jump because it was the first on the 360. So it had a little bit of a gap there. So I don't know. I don't feel the hype is as big, even though I'm going to get it. I'm just not like, oh yeah, pre-order, I got to get all this stuff, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Are you guys hesitant because of that? When they released that pack, they kind of screwed up a little bit.
No, because everything I've heard from people who've played the beta so far of Halo 5 is how good it is.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of positive things about it.
I've heard nothing but positive things about it.
But you know me, I'm a story player. You know what I mean? Like I like the Thor.
I would definitely,
lore.
if I had an Xbox, I'd be definitely excited and be picking this up.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to play. So I mean, I think I might get Halo for my Rock Band machine. So. Which is officially now what the Xbox is dubbed in my household. We call it the Rock Band machine.
Yeah, we'll have to hook up and we'll have to play that. I think there's a co-op for the single player, isn't there?
There is a co-op for single player. I'm gonna need some people to definitely do that with. So
we'll have to hook up because that's the only reason really I bought my one is for that. So
right. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else aside from that, right? Like, and here's the crazy thing, that and Crackdown. I mean, Crackdown for sure.
Yeah, Crackdown's fun.
But even when Tomb Raider comes out,
I won't buy it.
Yeah, I'll get it when it comes out on the PS4. I'm in no rush to,
I'll get it on PC because like it's a graphical monster. Yeah. Like the last one was beautiful, so I'm like, hell yeah, PC.
PC Master Race. And last bit of information or kind of thing that I wanted to bring up is that COD kind of. I know you hit on it the other day about COD having only story player mode on next gen. I'm so about that. You know what? It's about time we kind of just move on. I think there should be no reason why innovation should be stopped just because of
I just don't. Why would you continue to make games on there on those other consoles? It just doesn't make sense to me. For those who still have that those only the Xbox 360 or the PS3, I have no problem with that. There's so many amazing games out there, but I think developers for the most part, well, I kind of understand because that base is so large, or it could be
but the price
at that point. But they're not the active
fair.
buyers of video games for the most part. They're not knocking down the door every time like, oh, I must get this game, I must get this game. Because if they were, they'd have that new console as well. But I have no problem. I have no problem with them cutting off the story. I don't think I have always hated COD's story, especially how it's been the last several years. I thought the story mode is garbage, so I have no problem with it not being there. For those other console guys though, I don't know what the price is, but it should be $40. I don't think that they should have to pay for a $60 game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think the price point is booty.
Yes, I really only do COD for like the story anyways, and like Black Ops.
Who the fuck does COD for the story?
Black Ops 1 and 2 story was phenomenal.
Yeah, I like the story mode. I
hated the story on Black Ops.
Especially Black Ops 2. Like that guy made you hate the villain. Like you hated him.
What I hated more? The actual story.
No, it's like the Michael Bay of video games. You're getting your Armageddon. It's these large set pieces with this over-the-top story with the super-duper villain and this main character who's totally unbelievable that survives, these insurmountable odds. And I can do that like once a year. I like that huge set piece that Call of Duty brings to the table. And I think out of any developer in the past, 5 or 6 years of the franchise, Treyarch has always been the one so far lately that have delivered on all four
stories. Yeah.
That's all I had, dude. And Dom's not here. We can wrap this up, man. It's been a long show.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks a lot for listening to the Gamers Pub, episode 181. We will be doing this again next Sunday. We're going to do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time in the morning, Sunday mornings. So you can join us, actually, when we live tweet the show. You can click the link, and it does allow you to join the show directly from the link. You just have to click the right spot on the link. I promise you that, Dustin. And then you can find me at Steve519 over on Twitter. You can find Gui at GU1J over on Twitter. Dustin is Pucks what?
Gaming.
He's Mother Puckser.
Gaming.
He's Mother Puckser.
UCAS Gaming. And you can find David at YoJimbo2000. Or is it YoJimbo_2000? It's just YoJimbo2000, right?
_2000.
David, thank you for trying to watch this episode.
Yeah, you talked a lot, David. Thank you. David was just here for the Destiny talk. He's like, I heard there's gonna be Destiny on the podcast.
David, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about, bud, before we leave really quick?
No. I just want to talk about Destiny a little bit.
Of course, David. You can check out Platform Nation. There's a bunch of podcasts on there. The Video Game Drops just put out their 400 podcast, so check that up. And I believe Rumble Pack just put out a new episode that just went up there on Friday. Check that out as well. Gui was playing us out this week.
Playing us out this week is an artist by the name of Afro. He's a 17-year-old hip-hop artist out of California who's making a lot of waves in the underground scene. He's definitely got one of the tightest flows that I've heard in the longest time, and he's a mixture of both new school and old school. He killed it with his entry into this hip-hop contest with the song called Definition of a Hip-Hop Flow. I hope you guys, especially hip-hop heads, enjoy it. If you're an old school hip-hop fan, you're going to definitely hear some influences. His voice is kind of a mixture of Pete Rock, Rakim, and just enjoy it, guys. Gui J, Steve 519, Gamers Pub episode 181, Afro, Definition of a Hip-Hop Flow. We'll see you guys next week. Destiny. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.